Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here. And welcome to the first ever episode of EastEnders Daily. Yes, as Kate Oates episodes begin next month, and I'm going to be very focused on EastEnders, watching every episode because I'm getting my show back. I just couldn't consistently, loyally, faithfully watch EastEnders consistently in the past decade. I've missed a lot of episodes because it's been so terrible, right? But now Kate Oates is here, and look at this. Jean Slater is set to battle ovarian cancer in a devastating new storyline. The character will start to show symptoms of the disease before being diagnosed in the coming weeks. The illness is also the reason her son Sean, played by Rob Kaczynski, is returning to Walford. Show bosses are working closely with Macmillan Cancer Support to ensure the storyline is handled correctly. And although in the past decade storylines haven't been handled accurately when they've been dealing with social issues, Kate Oates is going to make sure that they are. I can assure you of that, although there have been some instances when she was on Coronation Street where accusations were made, but those accusations were false. Gillian Wright, who plays Jean, brilliant actor by the way, commented, "It's an honour and a huge responsibility to be taking on such an enormous issue, affecting so many women and their families. I'm aware of the impact such stories can have. It's important we treat the issue of cancer diagnosis and treatment with huge sensitivity, dignity and respect. I hope the storyline helps awareness of the disease and is supportive to those that are affected." EastEnders producer Kate Oates added, this is the boss, "Jean's diagnosis will impact every aspect of her life, including her family, her friendship groups and her mental health. And I know an actor of Gillian's calibre will approach the story with great truth and depth." The Slaters are an amazing ensemble family full of complex and well-drawn characters. Well, they used to be anyway, but Kate Oates is going to fix that. And this story is a completely fresh subject for them to tackle. I know they'll do it justice and in turn raise awareness of such an important issue that affects so many people. Georgina Wiley, treatment and recovery advisor at Macmillan Cancer Support, explained, "Being diagnosed with cancer can turn someone's whole world upside down, and stories like Jean's can genuinely save and improve lives. It's been a privilege to work with EastEnders to ensure the plot and the language used in the scripts are a true reflection of the impact that cancer can have. We want all the real-life Jeans watching to know that we are here to help. Our free support line is open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And here's the number, right? So if you are in the UK, I am not, I live here in Cyprus, but if you're watching this from the UK and you're suffering with this issue, here's the number. It's 0808 808 0000. That's 0808 808 0000. And of course, that's very, 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 very important. Anyone who's got this problem of ovarian cancer, ring that number up. As I say, it's a UK number, so ring it. I'm sure it's in the strictest of confidence and you can get the advice you need. This is my EastEnders. This is the EastEnders that I've missed for over a decade. Dealing with an issue like this, a sensitive issue like this, is so, so important. And Kate Oates will be doing a lot of this. Now, what does this show? Obviously, social issues is something that Kate dealt with on Emmerdale and especially on Coronation Street. Now, Coronation Street is a show that's never dealt with social issues as deeply as it did under Kate. And that was very controversial because the audience weren't used to that. And some of the audience didn't like that, but they certainly did a fabulous job with it. And this is what I was talking about with Tilly Keeper. So she's identified Gillian Wright as a very high caliber actor, as she says in this article. So she's given her a challenge, and this is a massive challenge, which of course Gillian will pass with flying colours. And this is what I'm asking. And the comparison is with Lucy Fallon and, you know, what Kate did with her on Coronation Street. I think Lucy Fallon and Tilly Keeper are very comparable. And I think that we didn't really know if Lucy Fallon had the capabilities of doing what Kate put on her shoulders, and she did it with flying colours. So the interesting thing is now, can Tilly Keeper do the same thing? My question really is, and I'm wondering what Kate Oates is thinking, is she capable of being challenged? Because if she's not, Kate will get rid of her. But I don't know what's going on. I mean, I do know that the Mitchells are getting proper open heart surgery because they're very important to Kate's plan. Fundamental, in fact, to Kate's plan, as are the Bills and as are the Slatons. What she's doing is taking the core families and giving them something very challenging to do. So what she does with the Mitchells will, of course, be very, very interesting. And I'll be watching that in the coming weeks and months and years. But already she's been there for 5 minutes, and you can see that she's stirring the pot already. She's doing some great stuff. As we all know, Tony and Julia created EastEnders not as a soap. It was a soap, and it was there to compete with Coronation Street at the time, but it was a soap mixed in with social drama and social commentary. And EastEnders did that for many, many years until it became a bad impression of itself. It's been a bad impression of itself for over a decade, as I keep on repeating. It's important to understand that, because all of a sudden the BBC are in the Wide Awake Club and EastEnders is back. So I'm hoping this means it challenges in the awards. I want to get to a situation where soaps don't beg for people to vote for them. They win awards because they deserve them. It's happening a lot now on social media. Please vote, please vote, please vote. You don't deserve an award because you've convinced people to vote for you. You deserve an award because you deserve an award for your art and the work and the talent that you have. And if you have to beg for it, for me, that's hugely disappointing. So let me know in the comments down below, are you happy with the direction Kate Oates is taking EastEnders? Do you think ovarian cancer is a great issue? I think it's a very important issue to shine a light on, and it's very important. All these issues are important, but that is a very, very, it's a raw issue, if you like. And what I like what Kate said, it's going to affect her mental health, because of course it would. Because we know Jean has mental health issues, that Gillian Wright's always performed so well. Even when EastEnders was bad, but when they gave Gillian or Lacey something to do with the mental health situation, it was amazing. And it'd be very interesting what part Sean plays here, because Sean and Jean have always had a very twisted, unbalanced mother-son relationship. So it's great to see him back. He's not going to be back for very long. In fact, I think you underestimate how brief his stay on the show is going to be. So don't get disappointed. But he is busy. He has got a tight schedule. And I think it's great that, credit to him, even though he blocked me on Twitter, credit to him that he's actually doing this. So it's going to be very exciting. As I say, she's developing the major families, the Mitchells, the Slaters, the Bills. It's going to be very, very, very interesting what she does. But this really excites me.